everyone, 大家好 Welcome to Qiqi's Lingoland. My name is Fangqi. Today's video is the 5th lesson on the pronunciation of Mandarin, and I'll be sharing about the consonants, or rather, the initials, 声母 of Mandarin. If you haven't watched my previous lessons on the tones and the basic vowels, do check them out. In the last lesson, we did the 6 basic single vowel finals, 单元音韵母. Today, let's look at a few initials, 声母. As I mentioned in the last video, in Mandarin, instead of talking about consonants and vowels, we use the terms initials, 声母, and finals, 韵母. The initials we're learning today are 波, 坡, 摸, 佛, 的, 特, 呢, 了, 个, 可, 和. Let's look at the first set. 波, 坡, 摸, 佛. When practicing, we usually combine this set of initials with the final o. Even though we write it with just a single o, we don't say it with a single vowel. Instead, we say it with an u before the o. That means we don't say bo, po, mo, fo, but rather bo, po, mo, fo. These initials can of course be combined with many other finals, so you can also practice with a, for example, ba, pa, ma, fa. Before we delve into each of the initials, first and foremost, bear in mind that there are no voiced b, d, g sounds in Mandarin. Instead of voiced and unvoiced sounds like bet and pet in English, the meanings of sounds are distinguished by aspirated and unaspirated sounds in Mandarin. Both aspirated and unaspirated sounds are unvoiced. Let's compare the first two, bo and po. Both bo and po are unvoiced. The difference is that bo is unaspirated, while po is aspirated. Bo. The problem for most people is, when they try to say bo, they end up saying bo as in b in baby. Bo, bo. Po. This initial is usually easier to pronounce. Po. You can try to put your hand in front of your mouth as you say these two sounds. You'll feel a strong puff of air as you say po, but not much when you say bo. If you still find it hard to say the two sounds differently, you can think of how you say the p in these English words, spell and spy. You don't say spell and spy. Have you ever noticed a difference in the p when you say spy as opposed to when you say pie? The initials mo and fo are relatively easy, so let's move on to the next set. De, te, ne, le. For these initials, we usually combine them with the final when practicing. Again, the first two, de and te, are a pair of unaspirated and aspirated initials. De. Remember that we don't have voiced d sounds, so don't say de. This sound is unvoiced and also unaspirated, so you shouldn't feel much air coming out from your mouth when you say it. Again, if you have difficulty saying the unvoiced and unaspirated, try thinking of the English words stale and stain. You probably won't say stale and stain. Te. This is aspirated. There's a lot of air coming out when you say te, te. The next initials, n and l, are again quite easy, so let's move on. The third set we are looking at today is g, k, and h. For these initials, we usually use the same final, to practice. Again, we have a pair of aspirated and unaspirated finals. G. This is unaspirated. G. K. This is aspirated. k. What if you still can't get them right? Try comparing the k sound in school and cool. In school, it is unaspirated, whereas in cool, it is aspirated. And the last one is h, which isn't that difficult. H. Before we wrap up, let's have a look at some examples of words with the new initials that we've learned today, as well as the single vowel finals that we learned in the previous lesson. 爸爸，爸爸，八，八，婆婆，婆婆，怕，怕，妈妈，妈妈，米，米，佛，佛，福，福，弟弟，弟弟，大，大，他，他，踢，踢，你，你，女，女，绿，绿，鹿，鹿，哥哥，哥哥，姑姑，姑姑，可，可，哭，哭，喝，喝，虎，虎。I hope the lesson today was useful. If you've enjoyed this, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and share and come visit my website for more on learning Mandarin. Thanks for watching. 再见.